A slice of fall, celebrating with pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie. Just the words bring a smile to my face. The thought of that creamy, spiced filling nestled in a flaky crust is enough to make anyone's day brighter. It's the taste of fall, the aroma of warm spices filling the kitchen, and the centerpiece of countless holiday gatherings. The blend of cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves creates a symphony of flavors that dance on your taste buds. This classic dessert is more than just a pie. It's a tradition, a symbol of comfort and celebration. It brings people together, creating moments of joy and togetherness. Growing up on the ranch, pumpkin pie was a staple during autumn. It was always there, a constant presence that signaled the arrival of the season. We'd gather around our big kitchen table, the air thick with laughter and the scent of cinnamon and nutmeg. The pie would sit in the center, waiting to be devoured. Each bite brought back memories of crisp autumn days, pumpkin carving, and the anticipation of holidays spent with loved ones. The pie was more than food. It was a connection to our past and a promise of future gatherings. Today, I want to share my time-tested recipe for the perfect pumpkin pie. It's a recipe that has been honed and perfected over the years. It's a recipe passed down through generations, with a few of my own personal touches. Each ingredient is carefully chosen to create the perfect balance of flavors. Whether you're a seasoned baker or a beginner in the kitchen, I promise this recipe is easy to follow and yields a pie that's sure to impress. The steps are simple, and the results are always rewarding. So grab your apron, preheat that oven, and let's bake a slice of fall magic together. Let's create something that will bring smiles and warmth to your home, just like it has to mine for so many years. Gathering your baking supplies. Ingredients for success. Before we embark on our pumpkin pie journey, let's gather our trusty ingredients. This step is crucial to ensure we have everything we need within arm's reach. Having everything prepped and ready ensures a smooth and enjoyable baking experience. It saves time and helps avoid any last-minute scrambles for missing items. Remember, baking is like a science experiment. Precision is key. Accurate measurements can make or break your recipe. For the crust, you'll need refrigerated pie crusts, because life is too short for making pie crust from scratch sometimes. A tablespoon of granulated sugar, and a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. These ingredients will add a touch of sweetness and spice to our crust. These simple ingredients form the base of our pie, providing a buttery and flaky foundation for the creamy pumpkin filling. The crust is just as important as the filling. Speaking of filling, let's talk about the star of the show. You'll need 1 can, 15 ounces of pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling. 1 can, 12 ounces of evaporated milk, 2 large eggs, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Each spice adds its own unique flavor, creating a symphony of taste. Don't be intimidated by the list. These ingredients work together harmoniously to create the rich, custardy filling that pumpkin pie is known for. The combination of spices and pumpkin is what makes this pie so special. Gather everything together and you're ready to move on to the next step. With all your ingredients in place, you're well on your way to baking a delicious pumpkin pie. The heart of the pie, creating the perfect pumpkin filling. Now comes the fun part, making the heart of our pie, the delicious pumpkin filling. In a large bowl, combine the pumpkin puree, evaporated milk, eggs, sugar, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and salt. Whisk everything together until it's smooth and well combined. I like to use a whisk for this step because it helps break up any lumps and ensures a silky, smooth filling. But if you don't have a whisk handy, a fork works just as well. Be sure to scrape the bottom and sides of the bowl to incorporate all the ingredients. This filling is where the magic happens. The pumpkin puree provides the earthy flavor, the spices add warmth and depth, and the eggs and evaporated milk create a lusciously creamy texture. Take a moment to inhale the aroma. It's pure fall bliss. Once your filling is mixed and ready to go, set it aside while we prepare the crust. This gives the flavors a chance to meld together, resulting in an even more flavorful pie. Section 4. Crafting a golden crust, a step-by-step guide. Let's give those store-bought pie crusts a little love. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven is heating up, place one of the pie crusts in your pie plate. Gently press it into the bottom and up the sides of the plate. In a small bowl, combine the granulated sugar and ground cinnamon for sprinkling on top of the crust. This simple step adds a touch of sweetness and warmth to the crust, complementing the pumpkin filling perfectly. Now, pour the pumpkin filling into the prepared pie crust. Gently tap the pie plate on the counter a few times to release any air bubbles. This helps ensure an evenly baked filling. For a beautiful golden brown crust, brush the edges of the pie crust with a little bit of milk or melted butter. This optional step adds a touch of richness and helps prevent the crust from burning. Section 5. Baking to perfection. Time, temperature, and testing for doneness. With our pie assembled, it's time to bake. This is where the magic happens, transforming our carefully prepared ingredients into a delicious dessert. Carefully place the pie plate on a baking sheet. This step is crucial for catching any spills and ensuring a clean oven. This helps catch any spills and makes it easier to rotate the pie for even baking. Rotating the pie ensures that it bakes evenly, preventing any burnt spots. Bake the pie at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. This high temperature is essential for setting the crust quickly. This initial high heat helps to set the crust and prevent a soggy bottom. A well-set crust is the foundation of a perfect pie. After 15 minutes, reduce the oven temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and continue baking for another 40 to 50 minutes. This lower temperature allows the filling to cook through without burning the crust. To check for doneness, insert a toothpick or a thin knife into the center of the pie. This is a simple yet effective method to ensure your pie is perfectly baked. If it comes out clean or with a few moist crumbs attached, your pie is ready. A clean toothpick means the filling has set properly. If the center is still runny, bake for an additional 5 to 10 minutes and check again. Patience is key to achieving the perfect texture. Keep a close eye on your pie while it's baking. Monitoring the pie ensures it doesn't overbake or burn. If the crust starts to get too brown, cover the edges loosely with aluminum foil to prevent burning. This simple trick can save your pie from an overly dark crust. Remember, every oven is different, so baking times may vary slightly. Always use your best judgment and adjust as needed for your specific oven.